by clicking on the plus sign and creating a new document. One thing you're going to want to do is select your tool. If you go to sketching, 6B pencil, HB pencil would work good. Somewhere between these two is what I would pick. I'm going to go with the 6B pencil. And then on your color wheel, choose black. And the opacity is what's going to really matter for you. So if I'm turned up to 100% opacity and I draw, I'm going to see a completely black mark. If I turn the opacity down, getting more of a gray tone, more of a gray tone, and it gets lighter as I turn the opacity down. Now let's say I want to blend this. The tool I want to use is this thing over here that looks like a fingertip smudging. If I hold it down, it'll say smudge with your current brush, which is what I want to do. So hold it down so it's smudging with the current brush. And I'm probably going to want to turn the opacity up here and maybe make my tool a little bit smaller. And when I go over top, you can see how it's blending similar to how it would blend if I was using a tortillon. If I want it to be less intense of a blend, I can turn the opacity down and then it won't blend so much. If I want it to blend more intensely, I can go ahead and turn it up. So now you're not seeing it like the texture from the pencil as much if that is what you want it to look like. Okay, so let's draw something that's more than just a gradient. Let's say I draw like a cylinder, or I'm sorry, a sphere. Okay, there's a perfect circle. Let's determine that my light source is coming from here. So a light is shining right there, like a sun. There's my light source. And so what that would mean was it would be darker here at the bottom and lighter as we get towards the light source. So I'm going to turn up my opacity. And I want this area to be darker. And as I get towards the arrow, I want it to get lighter. So this entire drawing that you do will first be drawn, just a simple line drawing, just like I did with the circle, and then using your 6B pencil tool, I'm going to turn my opacity down as I get closer to the light source. And it can be completely shaded using Procreate if you understand how to use the blend tool and how to use the opacity. Okay. Now to blend, I hold down the fingertip. And if I wanted to blend my pencil together so you're not seeing the lines, which maybe is something you'd want to do. Maybe you want to see the lines because it has a texture, whatever you're drawing has a shaded texture to it. That's up to you. But if you go back over all the lines that you drew using the blending tool, you can see that I'm creating a soft, smooth sphere now. And that is how you'll simply use, just like that. That is simply how you'll use the stylus with Procreate to mimic your pencil tool as if you were actually using a pencil on paper to create shading and shadows and things that look more three-dimensional. And I could even create like a cast shadow down here if I wanted. So I hope this helps you as you continue to use